What's up, everybody? Coach Zai checking in once again. This time, I have to respond to Hibby. Really, just some typical Hibby answers. And when it comes down to it, Hibby really came after me about my Dallas Cowboys pick, which we'll get to. But he really is confident about the Vikings. But first of all, I got to call Hibby out. He decided to say that the Chargers, the San Diego Chargers, were going to run the table, and Philip Rivers is going to win the MVP race, and that they were going to win the AFC. And he doesn't mention that he messed up on that part. The next part is that he's bragging about Kirk Cousins beating the Dolphins. Tom Brady's been beating the Dolphins for 15 years. Like, we're not bragging about that. I don't see Tom Brady bragging about that. The second thing is that they beat the Lions. No offense, Trav and Dr. Pepper and Justin, Hibby, all these dudes are all Lions fans. God bless them. Sundays are tough. But the Lions actually were dominating the game, and then Kirk Cousins throws a Hail Mary, and the Lions, we all know, are probably the worst team in the history of the game of covering Hail Marys. So he's had 2 wins against teams that haven't made the playoffs in how long? Teams that are, as history shows us, they're losers. So I wouldn't get too hyped about that. Kirk Cousins always beats the losers. What it comes down to is that Kirk Cousins has failed over and over and over again when it matters the most. And Sunday it matters the most because it's win or go home. And this is why my Philadelphia Eagles pick is a great pick, because Kirk Cousins will fail when the lights are on, and the Vikings will lose. As I said, they would, and they won't get in the playoffs. Nick Foles and the Philadelphia Eagles will win, get in the playoffs, and they'll be a threat. Now, I think that I will go with the Philadelphia Eagles if they get in the playoffs. They will be my Super Bowl pick. But I'll have to kind of see how the matchups are. But I'm still going to roll right now that the Dallas Cowboys have a really good chance. And this is why. Really good defense. And they've shown that. They beat up the Saints. Really good running game. Really good offensive line. And they went and traded for Amari Cooper. And Amari Cooper is a big play guy. He can score a touchdown at any time on the field. So when you put those all together, Zeke, Dak, offensive line, defense, Amari Cooper, good special teams. What it comes down to is that Dak has to manage the game. Can't turn it over, has to complete the open passes. If Dak Prescott can do that and play in himself and make a couple plays scrambling, doing what Dak has done, they could make the Super Bowl. It's not out of the realm. I'm telling you right now. Okay? And they would make Skip Bayless very happy. And I'd be happy for Skip too. I like Skip a lot. But don't let Hibby fool you. Hibby was wrong about the San Diego Chargers. Hibby will be wrong about the Philadelphia Eagles. And the Philadelphia Eagles will make the playoffs. And he will be wrong, as he's been wrong a lot of times about Kirk Cousins. But when the bright lights are on and the game matters the most, Kirk Cousins will fail. And that's just the way it's going to be. And at the end of the day, Hibby had to use a timeout because he was panicking. Really good coaches understand you don't need a timeout when your teams are well coached. They kind of pull it together. They make a great play. So I'm going to save my timeout for a more important part of the game because I understand where my teams are headed and where my picks are headed. But I wish everybody a great night. Tune in tomorrow. Show's going to be intense. Going to have some great topics. Some topics we haven't talked about yet. I'm so excited about it. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to Timeout. And just remember, Coach Zai is the best. Deuces.